Okay, the next item I want to talk to you about is link building. And in relation to real estate, we've already talked about how to identify what your keywords are and how to make links. If you don't know how to make a link, I'll try and put the syntax below. But really, honestly, just Google how to make a link. You need to know that because it's pretty critical for being able to create a bunch of links back to your website. Now, what you want to do to help your search engine ranking is create links that are using your keyword back to your website. Now, you can do that in so many different places now that it's ridiculous. It used to be that you had to write to a webmaster and ask them if you could trade links with them or put your link on their page, and usually that involved what's called reciprocal linking. Just as a point of principle, don't do reciprocal linking anymore. If somebody asks you if you want to trade links with them, then tell them they need to read my book or take one of my courses or something, because basically you don't want to do reciprocal linking. Reciprocal linking is where you exchange a link. I'll put a link to your site if you put a link to my site. If you want to do that with a webmaster, you want to do that through three-way or four-way linking so that you're not going straight one-to-one. Google now looks at reciprocal linking very poorly, and they won't count the link, or it can actually lower your link score. They could actually demote you a little bit for doing it. So you don't really want to promote straight up reciprocal linking anymore. And really, you don't need to. First of all, there's a whole bunch of different tactics, and I'll get into them in different videos. But you can submit articles. You can use social bookmarking sites. You can use social networking sites, forums. There's all kinds of places where you have the ability to add content, and as soon as you're able to create a link, then you can create links back to your page using your keywords ideally. So that's essentially it. That's what I want to talk about in this video is link building, and how important it is. Really, it's the core of your marketing. You want to have as many links back to your site as possible, and it's easy to tell. Pardon me while I park here. It's easy to tell when you're looking at someone else's site how many links they have. First of all, there's software tools that'll make it easier for you to figure that out. But even in the Google toolbar, if you look at the info, by the way, if you don't have the Google toolbar installed, definitely you want to get the Google toolbar installed. It's a pretty key piece of software these days. You can get it at tools.google.com toolbar.google.com, and it's just a toolbar that sits at the top of your browser and gives you a number of handy little services, including the Google search is in there. You can bookmark things, and one of the buttons is info, which gives you info about the site that you're looking at. And one of the things it'll do is tell you how many backlinks there are. Now, it doesn't actually tell you exactly how many backlinks there are. It generally, I think what I've heard and what seems to make sense to me is that they don't tell you the links that are below a page rank of 4. So they're really only counting the links that are coming from sites that have a page rank higher than 4. So you can pretty safely assume that there's more links than what they're showing you. But if you want to place well for a specific keyword, then all you have to do is beat whoever's number 1. And don't get depressed if you're not number 1. Really, your goal should be to be above the fold, what's known as above the fold. So people don't have to scroll down to find you on page 1, which is essentially the top 5 spots. So what I tend to do is go and look and see how many links number 5 guy has, and then that's your roadmap. That's how many links you have to go and build. And whether you do that yourself, spend 20 minutes every morning and go and join a bunch of forums, and obviously you want to try and make it related. Don't go joining forums on breastfeeding and expect you to have high value to your links back to your real estate site. You want to stay on topic and link from sites that are related to what your business is. But yeah, that's it. Or the other thing that honestly I do is I create a bunch of link files. So here's the links that I want created, and I just hire people to do it. I go to Odesk is one of my favorites. Rent-A-Coder is another one. Guru.com, although Guru tends to sort of be a little more expensive and have some higher skilled people. They're better if you want to write a report or do that kind of a thing. But really, Odesk.com, just the way it sounds, Odesk.com. Post a link building project. You'll pay somebody $20 and they'll do an hour a day for you for 2 weeks. You can get people, literally, I'm not kidding, for $2 an hour who will gladly do your ditch digging, as I call it, internet ditch digging, because basically they're just signing up for forums. Social bookmarking sites are awesome for this. Things like Delicious has no follow tags now, so there's other ones that are better. I'm drawing a blank here. Searchels, I guess, and I have a report on social bookmarking sites, but honestly, just go to Wikipedia and look up social bookmarking, and you'll get a list of 1,000 of different sites. Those are great because instead of putting where it says your website title, just put your keywords. So real estate in Albuquerque, real estate listings in New Mexico, and then put your listings page as the link URL, and you can very quickly get to the top of Google using that technique alone, let alone going and starting Facebook groups and doing more sophisticated things like article marketing and that kind of thing. So anyway, that's the tip of the day, and I encourage you to go out there and once you've identified what your keywords are, just go and start linking to your site using those keywords.